been being described as apocalyptic, like what is right now in Pacific Paradise in Los Angeles. And now talk to me about where you are. It's look right behind you, this fire.
The issue here, the wind, you can see the wind whipping that smoke. And those embers, you see the embers on the air? The wind can take those embers a mile, 2 miles, and they can set another spot fire. That's what they're dealing with. The other issue around here, this is like a hilly community. The roads are very narrow. So when people were told to evacuate, it was very difficult to evacuate. Some people tried and couldn't. There were huge traffic jams. People were abandoning their cars, going on foot. Now, we also saw LA Fire Department bulldozers just moving those cars out the way, pushing them out the way, so engines like this can come in here to try to fight these fires. Now, the other, Chris, look at this. I mean, this house, you know, I was here 6 minutes ago. This house was pristine. Look at it now. These houses behind me have been burning for some time now. So the strange thing about these fires is they're kind of predictable. We knew that this Santa Ana wind event, these hot, whipping, gusting winds were going to be coming. So fire departments were pre-positioned, ready. We knew it was happening. This morning I was down on the beach, about 8 a.m. The wind was just beginning to pick up. 10:30, this fire ignited. Now 1,200 plus acres.
I mean the spirit, the ferocity with which it has a spirit, like it's really hard to comprehend. So to talking about where you are, talking about narrow windows coming up, I mean has everyone left? Because even the proximity with which you are standing to the fire, I can hear it. It's a fireplace in. I can hear is a crackling.
Well, listen, this is the great thing about California, and the terrible thing about California is reporters, we are allowed as close to these fires as we feel is safe. So we, of course, have parked up the road facing down, so if we need to get out, we can. But listen, there is danger here. There is no question. These winds are just moving right now, 50-mile-an-hour gusts maybe, and the wind is not at its peak. It is going to peak in the early hours of tomorrow morning. So we are very far from the end of this. This is only going to get worse. There are a few hundred firefighters here now trying to contain this, but it's a very difficult job. I've seen people up there, other firefighters, very rich homes up here, very, very expensive homes. I saw one under construction, multi-million-dollar house, just gone, just on the next road up there. So most of the people are out. That is, of course, the first priority. 30,000 people under mandatory evacuation orders. That is the first priority, to save lives. Second priority is to save property, and that is proving very, very difficult here.
Nick, you talk about the forecast here. The winds are going to continue at least until the early hours of tomorrow, as part of the Santa Ana winds. But you are a Pacific Paradise, a fiercely, a very exclusive night, barheard, and with the speedboat with which this is speeding. I know. There have been evacuation in Malibu and other places.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I live in Santa Monica, and that is a good 3 or 4 miles from here, and the evacuation order is getting pretty close to where I live. You know, it is predictable, but there's not a great deal that can be done. There are people trying to, you know, hose down these huge, beautiful fences, hedges in this part of town that, of course, right now are just fuel. The other issue, Aaron, it's the wind. The other issue, we have not had significant rain here in LA since pretty much last spring. And also, there hasn't been a major wildfire move through this exact area for quite some time. So what you've got is you've got a lot of vegetation that hasn't burned in a while, and that vegetation is bone dry. Not just the vegetation burning though, Aaron. It is homes, it is people's lives going up in smoke.